that time.
I don't know because I can't say everybody. We are naked roll rats.
Woo.
Oh, man. Everyone feeling good on this glorious Monday evening?
It's going to be fantastic.
It's going
It's gonna
alright.
be awesome. I am Tam, your guys' DM for this game, and go by she, her.
Oh right, the order switch. Hi, I'm Finch. I go by she, they. I play Sani, who goes by she, her.
Hi, I'm Tony. I'm playing Pops, the wizard, and we both go by he, him.
Hi, I'm Larry. She, her. Play Pebble. Also she, her.
I'm Brian. I play Boblin, and we both go by he, him.
Woo!
One day I'll
Beautiful.
remember I'm first in these sessions. One day.
And by the time that we get into a rhythm of it, we're gonna be
At the end, yeah.
Mini series.
I feel like this whole session just requires an apology up front. Of we're sorry for whatever.
I am not
That's just all of our
apologizing.
games.
I refuse to apologize.
Fair.
You're gonna sit there and you're gonna like what we're giving you in this stream. Okay? You better.
Oh, the longer and longer we've just been prepping for this last half an hour, the more my anxiety is just creeping. I'm just like, how I have to wrangle cats. Am I gonna be okay?
No. But
Can
it's
I be
okay.
a Maine Coon?
A Maine Coon?
Sani isn't a cat, they're a fox. There's a difference.
I'm
But they're
allergic.
like the most they're the
Cat-like
most
fox.
cat-like, one of the most cat-like canines out there.
Is a fox a canine?
I think it's a lupine, isn't it?
These are the important questions that we ask.
These are the important
No.
questions.
Oh, there's gonna be so many straw moments. Okay.
I'm sorry, I realize I've never actually told you that laugh sounds like a straw to me, so I apologize.
I think you have though.
Have I? Okay.
NGL.
cool. Sweet. Okay, sweet. Okay, here we go. We got this, everybody. The last time, this is the problem with 2-week, a break is trying to, remember every fun little thing that we did last time. Last time, you all fought a painting, ? Fought a worm that was going in and out of a painting. Bob had transformed into Robert and dived in after said painting, or said bookworm diving into a painting. You all were able to dispose of the worm, return Robert to your plane, and then had some discussions on what to do, where to go, kind of made a game plan for where you all wanted to go next. And the game plan was to go back to the auditor house, I guess is the way that you could say that, and take a rest, get ready for tomorrow, and then go interview some people tomorrow at the Stiana Institute. While you guys were back at the auditor home base, you had all met Care, the invisible voice that talks in y'all's head, but is the caretaker and the leader of the auditors, and takes and is the one in charge of assigning everything. Care had personally adjusted all of your rooms to fit your needs and your preferences and to provide the best night of sleep of your life. Also supplied by his many servant turtles that you all had treated with such respect and care. Absolutely appreciated it. To which you all woke the next morning, had some breakfast, and thanked the turtles by providing them various amounts of what you deemed as important information, and then you had all made your way to the Stiana Institute. For the Stiana Institute, as you approach, you see this massive black castle that has like a sparkle to the stone that it is. Lots of pillars of this beautiful stonework. Looks very university / church is kind of the like cathedral is kind of the vibe that you get by looking at this building. And that's where we're gonna pick off today. But can I have everyone roll me some luck points first?
Ooh, I was ahead of the game.
Doesn't count. Just kidding.
I'll re-roll it. I only got a 2.
Oh, it's loading. Oh, yeah! Wait, the cap is 12, right?
Yes.
Nah, beans.
We've had 2 sessions. How are you already at cap?
We've
That's
had...
cat.
This is the 3rd session.
This is the 3rd session.
This is the 3rd session. I can't count. You're so right.
I can't
We've had
count.
2. This is 3.
Wait, we played before?
Who are
Wait,
you?
who are you?
I mean,
Where am I?
You all tell me, because it doesn't feel like it. It feels like we're on session.
We kind of
This
are,
isn't
though,
September.
because, like, we finally got to the base, and it's, like, our first actual thing together.
First actual thing. Not jumping into a painting.
For sure. And going off and doing just other
True.
fun, eventful things. But yeah, the Jola at the Painted Pixie had mentioned that a student here by the name of Leave was the one that she had hired to assist with her protection spell that clearly didn't work. And so
What?
I believe that's where
Oh, it's-
that's where you all were coming back to the Stiana Institute for. Am I missing anything? Did anyone want to do anything before entering into the building?
Get a
Oh,
latte?
I think we're good. Get a latte.
Yeah,
Now, Bob's got plenty of food in his
I really
pockets.
need to get a chai tea.
Ah, I love a chai tea. I've had one this morning. Oh, this is gonna be very lumpy Space Princess today.
I was gonna say, oh yeah, there is the Kettle Cafe. I was like, I'm pretty sure that there's a place that you could get tea if you really wanted to.
No, I'll do that. I'll do that behind the scenes
Okay, sweet.
before they call action.
Bob sees y'all going over there. You could've just asked the turtles as he reaches in and pulls a biscuit out of one pocket and dips it in gravy in a different one. They give you whatever you want.
Why did you? Oh hi.
I like the cafe vibe. Anyways,
Sure,
into
I
the
have.
institute.
Oh, I also like cafes. I like to go in there and watch the people. For some reason, they don't like that.
I get it though. Like,
Sandy's just like blinking at like the turtles at the cafe, just staring at everybody and not talking.
You know, the first mistake, blinking. Why would Sandy do that?
Again, it's the old school Pixar blinks where it's one eye at a time,
eye at a
like
time.
really fast.
It's also like very slow, like how cats kind of like blink very slowly to show trust, but it just looks creepy as hell.
And that is probably why we're not stopping off at the Kettle Cafe before we go to the Stiana Institute.
Well, I think we should go to the cafe and get some caffeine early in the morning.
And
Now
the
we go to
eye
the
starts
turkey.
moving
I get to-
downward.
no. Get us into the institute.
I don't know. I need my coffee.
You had your chance.
It's right about then that you guys look behind you, and there is like a massive, like Galapagos style, like sized tortoise just like making its way down like the pathway at you guys, and it's carrying a tray with like 4 little cups of coffee on it, and just
Oh my god, slay.
slowly creepy.
You just ask the turtles.
Ooh.
I mean,
I think that's technically a tortoise, but like close.
The things with the shell.
I'm gonna get I'm gonna get a cup of coffee from it, knowing that hopefully this is going to force students that he's trying to take this to, and I just stole a coffee.
He seems to keep just like moving forward towards you all.
How rude though. This guy works so slow and he's gonna get there and then all of a sudden it's gonna be like, oh gosh darn it, I gotta go back just for one. Anyway.
Do the rest of you take a coffee or just pop?
I'll take one, I guess.
Coffee's very bad for your health. Sandy's gonna stick to water.
Okay. The
Yellow.
tortoise looks up at you, Sandy, and just blinks.
A single tear rolls down its eye.
Yeah.
Sandy does not blink. She only stares back with a very autistic stare, just like.
Okay, I need you to roll a Constitution, just a straight Constitution check for me.
God, you're so dead.
Suddenly you lose control of all your
That's a
limbs.
dirty 20.
Hey.
Oh dang it! He rolled so well too. You outlast the turtle in a staring contest.
Let's go.
The eyes are watering. Things are getting really fuzzy around the side of the
Oh my
But
god,
you
Sandy,
do
you're
at-
torturing him.
Hey, what? Oh, believe me, if I was torturing him, there'd be a lot more screaming.
From a turtle. Sorry, tortoise.
Now,
Oh, they
the
scream, trust me,
leave
I've
guy
seen it.
leave guy needs to scream.
Yes.
Trust me, turtles
you're
don't
so
scream.
right.
I've seen it.
Where is leave?
there is a page girl that comes to the door. She is in a garb that matches like the coloration of the stonework. It's like all black with like sleeves of navy and various patterns of constellations on her. And she comes out and opens the door and goes, and sees just the tortoise staring at Sandy and the goblin that is screaming for leave, and I'm so sorry, was I in the middle of something? Do you need help?
I give you a biscuit with or without gravy if you can find leave for me.
Hey.
I'm sorry.
I just pull out my badge and go.
Sandy finally blinks. Looks
This
over.
is official auditor business. We have business with one of your members of your institute.
And she is like, she's listening to you, Pops, but she's looking at Bob and she goes, I'm sorry. Okay, yes, we will find, I will get leave. Is that who you said you were looking for?
Yeah, girl.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, we can, I can show you to where he usually is. However, he tends to be in the library, and I will say that we do not allow outside food there. And like specifically looks at the gravy pocket over on Bob.
Gotcha. Bob just quickly starts
My God.
shoveling handfuls of gravy out of his pocket into his mouth as he pulls more biscuits.
And she goes, "Oh, okay. That's a bit of a choice." And like sees like the stain of the gravy that's like leaked through your pocket, and she like waves her hand and she casts prestidigitation and like cleans up your pocket, and she looks at the coffees and the tortoise and she goes, I mean, if you are welcome to finish up your drinks, but I do ask for him, and like looks at the tortoise and just unblinking stares back at her. And she goes, yes, finish what you need to finish, and then we can all go in.
Question, what were you expecting him to do with the food? Because you seemed surprised, but I feel like...
I don't know what you all can do, so if in case there was a caster amongst you, this spell I just cast is a very common spell to clean up messes of food.
I can do lots of things. That's not one of them.
Okay. I figured since you were the one carrying the gravy in the bucket, but
Well, I also just
but
figure
you know you like
you don't allow it in, but like casting prestidigitation still like leaves the food there, doesn't it? Or is like makes it go away? Like, is it still technically
like-
there, or just makes it look cleaner?
Bob checks his pocket. Nah,
it's
gone.
completely gone.
Oh, okay. You learn something new every day.
Gravy pocket.
Hit it with the OxyClean.
Tide stick.
The sham
Rob
wow
leaned
guy
back
just
and
comes
whispered
out
the
of
tortoise.
nowhere.
It just starts
A
going to
gravy
town.
pocket at the end of this would be nice. Just lean back forward.
If there's
That's
a
my
caster
next
amongst
character.
you. Boo.
My gravy pocket?
No, the sham wow guy.
Either that or you're
Oh.
gonna play a warlock who your patron is the sham wow guy,
There we
and
go.
You
But
play
wait,
the
there's more.
you play the ShamWow guy. I'll play my Jimmy Buffett character, and we're just gonna take the world by storm.
it'd be
Yeah.
great.
I got ShamWow and a slap chop.
Oh hell yeah!
Oh
Pardon
my
me.
goodness. And instead of called the Auditors, they'll be called the infomercials. It's great.
I do all the music for it.
She she smiles at, and it's all the now like 1 through 97 CDs that you just play for your bardic inspiration. I'm so sorry. Now I'm the one that's getting off topic. As this girl looks to you all, and as you finish what you're doing, the building, a massive like beautiful atrium kind of style is where the foyer of this building, and it looks like there are just etchings of constellations from floor to ceiling, and it looks like above where the roof of this is, it's a very large like bell shape, or like a curved section above you, and it looks like there's little lines that are sketching out constellations, and then they fade, and another line to another constellation and connect and then fade. Like that's just constantly going over your guys' head. And she goes, please, we try to make sure that we are not causing too much trouble here. There is a lot of business going on right now. There are some classes in attendance, and there are some of our higher clergy who are also doing things as well. So please follow me to the library. Again, just keep kind of a low profile. The librarian is a little bit. Just stay quiet. Whisper at best.
No, it is fine. I pull out a notepad and I start asking some questions as we're walking there.
Okay.
I just look and go, real quick, what kind of level of wizards do you know what Leave is?
And she goes, I mean, he's technically an upper level apprentice. I mean, he's I've seen him cast some interesting spells, but overall, nothing probably more than. And she goes, I've seen him take at least a level 3 scroll out of the library before. I helped him actually check it out, and I know that he copied one of those. I don't, but that was several weeks ago. I haven't worked in the library much recently.
Would a spell to defend against bookworms be a level 3 spell?
And she goes, generally, no. And she kind of thinks about it, and she goes, well, maybe.
The reason we're asking this is because he was paid to put up a rune of protection from bookworms at the Painted Pixie, and let's just say did such a bad job at it. It almost seemed suspicious.
And she goes, "Oh, okay. Well, that's kind of interesting because usually for things like that, like this institute gets commissioned all the time to help with different tasks and things. But for something like that, generally, I would think that he's an apprentice. He should be able to do something like that. I would imagine that would be a 1 or 2 at best for that sort of thing.
Yes, well, he put up the rune, but then used a coin to hold it in with the rune on it, and then stuck a nail right through it to hold it into the wall.
And she goes, he is a wizard. They tend to not have the best arm. As she says that, kind of looking at you, Pops, and kind of getting your garb, and is probably sees your spell book, and she goes, "Not that means anything, but he's young. He may not have known what he was doing. I don't know."
That's why we have to ask him questions, because if it was just an accident, that is one thing. He can pay back what he was paid for the job, and we can move on from it. But we do need to make sure that it wasn't done out of malice or anything.
Okay.
I promise, the things I do are completely intentional.
And she looks to you, Bob, as you say that, and she goes, I believe it, because gravy doesn't just end up in someone's pocket. Someone has to put it there, so...
Pocket gravy is a great thing. Don't knock the pocket gravy.
And you could just see, the mental note of okay, go across her face. And she goes, "Well, I'm just a assistant currently. So I'll let the headmasters know that you guys are looking into leave. But without evidence, it's kind of hard to say yes or no. So if there's anything else, please snag me or any of the other pages. We all have a very garb, so it's really easy to find us."
That is fine. If we need you, we will page you.
And she goes,
Oh my god, that's your job title.
"So one of you can cast message?"
Oh, I can get your attention, I promise.
Actually, I can.
Oh.
I can actually cast message.
Oh, thank
Oh,
goodness.
beautiful, perfect, thank you.
I can't. I don't
I
think
can
so,
get
yeah.
you a message.
Can't. Oh dear.
And she goes, she goes, and she specifically looks to you, Pops, and goes, "See, I knew, wizards have very similar humor. So the fact that you have Page and can cast that spell, that's what we call it when we do it. So it's, and
Nerds.
mentally, she reaches down and pulls out what would be a gold star and sticks it on your shoulder.
Stop mean girling me. No, I'm just kidding.
Someone!
Bob,
There's
Bob,
there's nothing wrong with being a nerd.
Bob, you gotta shut up. You gotta be quiet in this place. You've got it.
Wait. I want one.
Yeah, see, maybe a please. Please would be good.
I just take the star that she just gave me and slowly.
No. Make him say please first.
Please can I have a star?
There we go. That deserves a gold star. There we go.
I just put it on your shoulder.
Bob quickly reaches over and sticks it directly in the center of his head.
That was some
It's-
great gentle parenting right there.
Thank you. I don't know what that means.
Now where's Lee?
Okay, well, it was nice meeting you, but now we must leave.
Yeah, have fun
Oh,
with
we
your
don't
nerd
leave. We
stuff.
fine leave.
Now I'm just going to keep doing this because now it's annoying.
Bob just starts walking off into a random direction.
Nope, not that direction.
So close.
That was worth a shot.
I mean, you had that 50-50 chance. This is a hallway. You started walking back the way we came.
Pocket gravy's that way.
He has the point.
I do
Pops.
not like this name.
He has the.
Don't like
he
it.
has the. He has the point.
Man. Jeez Louise. We got this, guys, everybody.
No, you always seem to be in a particular mood today.
It's the espresso that the turtles gave everybody. The Paige. So Paige takes you to the library, and the doors open
Wait,
before you,
her
and you
name
see.
is Paige.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
That was my joke because the page.
I thought she
I thought
said
that
that
was
her
her
name.
title.
Like I thought that was her job. Page the
That's what I
page.
thought it
Who wants to be paged?
Yes.
Okay, gotcha. Cool.
was.
You guys said make this silly, so I'm making this silly,
Oh.
and
Perfect.
I love
I
it.
thought. Hey, I
love it.
thought we were already at the max silly with it just being her job title, but let's just crank it up a notch and add the name. Anyways, I'm there
Find
now.
out the last name.
Oh no. Is it Page turns?
No, it's actually Mage. Page the Mage. Page the
Amazing.
Page Mage.
Oh, wowie zowie.
The last name's just so it's Pager.
her middle initial is R.
Yeah.
Beautiful. You guys see these massive bookshelves going down. It's a the way that this is set up is it's kind of in like a V shape in front of you. So like there's like a series of bookcases that directly in front of you are facing you, and then to the side they're also facing the aisle. Perfect 90 degrees one way or the other, and in the middle of the bookshelves there's a massive counter with a woman sitting at the counter, beautiful like porcelain colored skin, white locks, and just like the tiniest glasses at the tip of her nose, and she looks up and sees Paige and just kind of like waves her off and motions for all of you to approach.
I walk up.
For leave. I was told to whisper.
Hey.
Hi.
And she goes, "Yes, you seek leave?"
Yeah. I mean, sorry. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm so glad that we all went there from the same place. And this woman goes, if I recall, he was last seen in the rows that speak of transmutation and other means of that form of magic. If you would like to, and she points, and you see that as she points, this very small little beam of light like travels and shoots off. And she goes, "He's just that way."
Real quick, Could you do that again, but slower, please?
You're
Like-
totally right, Pebble, by the way.
Bob's
You
already
totally is.
walking towards the light.
No,
You're
Bob,
totally-
don't go into the light.
You were
And-
totally right, by the way, Pebble. He totally is a nerd.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, transmutation section, really?
For real. I mean, I wasn't talking about him. I was talking about the two in front of us, but like probably him too if he's spending all his time around these books.
Honestly, you're not wrong.
The
Fireball.
the librarian flicks her hand again, and you see that the light moves a lot slower across, and she goes, please.
Thank you very much. And then I'm gonna start following.
Okay. We're gonna knock some things over on accident.
Accident.
Yeah.
Whoa.
We're in a library.
But,
It's so hard right now.
I guess we don't.
I didn't
Oh,
know.
so
I didn't know
cool.
Ball was in here.
Yeah.
Hey, we
Events
corrected it,
before.
and your Mario friend from earlier too is just everywhere. Place. That's the problem with like making tokens. Is it's just like I need random people. Okay, people from other games.
Oh,
Come,
don't you know,
come
this is
in here,
the,
please.
these are the Mario Brothers.
Yeah. You have Mario and Luigi.
And his very good
And
friend Lee.
Wario. Yeah. Who's actually riding a Yoshi. No, he just has a magical pipe in his pocket that he just jumps into every once in a while.
Does that mean
and-
Mario subclassed with a wizard anytime he holds a fire flower? Fireball. Fireball. That one didn't land so hard. We'll just take that one
I
again.
keep
No,
getting mine. I
don't
keep
you worry
forgetting
about it. I'm aware. I felt it. We'll just keep going
so
now.
would you say wait, the squirrel one, so that's a druid, right? So
Yeah.
like with wild shape?
Yeah, Tanuki.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Tanuki
It's
Mario.
form too, with the bear.
I mean, it would also
So
apply
would
for
a
the
mushroom just
elephant
be
one.
enlarged?
Tabaxi for Cat Mario. But that's not a class.
Is a mushroom just
He is
part
a class.
a mushroom's part for the giant? It's mob.
Exactly.
Fair.
Anyways.
Now I'm like
follow the
legitimately thinking about this. About-
It's important things.
I'm just
Sure,
realizing
okay.
how much stuff Mario can do in a single game that it's a little bit broken. I'm not gonna lie.
No, he is.
Well, only if things
Yeah.
are provided, though.
That's-
He's
that's
reliant
true.
AF.
The when you go into like the super form of the star or whatever, that's the star's druid.
Oh, for sure.
Yes. That's even
So-
without getting into like the RPGs. Oh,
I'm hearing more that Mario is a druid than a wizard, but
Yeah.
a druid
Oh, yes.
with like a
Oh,
staff
wildfire
of
druid.
firebolts.
Wildfire
Yeah.
druid.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yep.
We got it
Yeah.
Figure
covered.
it out.
Mario's a druid.
Yep.
I know what I'm playing next session, guys.
I'm making a
I'm
Mario.
introducing my character. It's Mario.
We have ShamWow, Jimmy Buffett, Mario. Great.
I love it.
James
Oh, no.
Buffet.
James Buffet, yes. The little bit of light on the floor, especially with the like herringbone pattern that's on the floor, points you to this aisle specifically. Woof, let me
Bark.
point, please. And you all see in this aisle that there is a taller, very kind of, I totally used the wrong token for this, slender, kind of wispy looking gentleman in the aisles. Has a black garb on him. He has like a black robe. Very intentional stars placed around like specifically the borders of like his hems and like on where like his cufflinks would be. But like overall very just plain kind of shimmering black to the robe that he is wearing. slicked black hair, and just a really kind of narrow face and a slight point to his ears as well. And he sees you all as he's kind of like flipping through the pages of the book, and he goes, "Well, hello."
Hey.
Well,
Hi, are you leave?
I mean, people call me that.
Are you not?
Can you hold my glaive real quick?
He like steps back towards the bookshelf a little bit.
Sally just does simple wave. Just hi.
Can I help you all?
Yeah, that would be great, actually. We have some. I'm Pebble. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
I was gonna say I nudge Pebble forward and be like, "It is up to you to break him."
Bob goes, I get that.
No. First we mental, then we physical.
Oh, if you need any tips, I know how to mentally break someone in 5 easy steps.
Hey, guys, he's right there.
Oh.
He is like
You guys are not really. Can you guys maybe?
like, backing up like away?
I'm so
like,
sorry.
away from-
I'm so
Oh.
sorry, guys. Can you just like chill? Hey,
Sorry.
So chill.
I'm so sorry.
chill.
I am Pebble. It's nice to meet you. I heard
Nice
you're a
to-
wizard. I also magic.
Oh, that's cool. How do you? Are you here to study, or are you here to?
I'm visiting. Just I am new in town and heard that this is a good place for books and stuff, and was told that I was actually visiting. What's it called? What's the pony place? It's not a pony. It's the art store. It starts with a P. That's why I got mixed up.
You looking for the Pink Pony Club?
Yep.
That's where I went. And he goes, "Oh, yeah, the painted pixie. It's a nice place. I go there so my spell components. Is that why you went? And do you like?" And he kind of gives a look around. He goes, "Why are you out of the library? I don't have a spell book."
Cause I actually there's a weird thing sort of happening recently, and she was like freaking out, like it was crazy, cause she like was totally having her art like eaten up by these like things that she said that you were commissioned to defend against. But it was weird because it wasn't working, and I was like, that totally doesn't sound like someone who was like actually trying to do something good, which like totally makes sense if you like accidentally did something wrong and like didn't mean to, but you know, I was just wondering. It's actually cool that we bumped into you here, because
And he kind of like closes the book and he like steps forward, he like puts it back on the shelf, and he goes, yeah.
can I
So-
do insight on him?
Yeah.
Because I
sure,
remember
go ahead.
that's a thing after it. Oh man, I put all my stuff into deception. I should be tricking him. Pebble.
Just play up
During
the
the
single,
conversation-
ready to mingle.
During the conversation,
No,
Bob,
actually, don't matter.
built
It
his
don't
way
matter
around
to
the
me.
Is that why you were creeping, Bob?
Uh-huh.
Nat
Okay.
20.
Oh, nice.
That's amazing.
It takes so long for the roll to actually go over to roll 20, so I could react to it so early.
Yeah, we're all waiting.
Dude, you can play with that. You'd be like, oh my god! And we're like, okay, don't worry, they got it.
It's like a nat one.
Yeah. Do you want to pop into Macharo for me?
Yeah. It's just our little secret. No music in here.
Yeah, it is no music. Oh, and and you're in charge of this stream, so Tony doesn't have to hop in here either.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Uh-huh.
I just want to tell you all of this stuff that happens, but it is very obvious. It is very obvious that that he seems a little surprised by the fact that you are here. And he also you can see that he is very surprised by the possible accusation of him not doing the work well, and he seems to, but how do I word this properly? You know how if someone does something on purpose, but they feel like they're doing it for a good cause, you see that a little bit in like just his overall demeanor. And as he starts talking, he looks a little prouder than someone who is guilty.
Okay. So definitely meant to, but he doesn't understand that it was a negative rather than a positive. Like he thinks that it's a good.
He thinks it's a good thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. But he's just surprised that I was so okay.
Right. Yep.
Right. I see you over there. Cool.
Take the ball and carry two. Oh, hi.
Oh, hi.
Hello.
I didn't do anything.
Do nothing.
Oh boy.
I get so nervous leaving you all alone for a second because I'm like I mean the chat goes with like the game goes with us, but like who knows what you all are saying.
I was like, I get to stay in here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I was like waiting for you to join, then I was like, oh wait, Larry's over the stream, so it's fine. Pebble.
That's my name.
Guys, we're doing so good.
If that's not your next character's name, I would be really upset.
My name's Nam Yam.
And you pronounce it different every time. It's
Imagine somebody introducing themselves like you're like, oh hi, my name's Larry, and then the other person going, my name's Meow Meow Meow.
Hi, I'm Larry. I play.
No, the whatever that last part's the last name. Like it's a Meow Meow Meow.
If we ever do an all collab group, all of you have to have sound specific names.
Deal.
Oh my goodness. I can't believe you rolled a nat 20.
Yum, yum.
Nyam Nyam goes over to and we just
Stop it! You can stop it! Sorry.
oh my goodness, Awooga is attacking.
Oh, I'm definitely being Auga. That's why.
For sure we're doing that.
Oh, the final boss is just Nyan Cat with the rainbow.
Please, I can't laugh too hard. It's 3 a.m.
I'm gonna be Auga and I'm a bard for sure.
Oh my God.
Oh no! The tears are coming from the
I want to be.
I don't know, the monkey one's. Yeah, that one. For sure.
Stop it!
I just have the backup clown, you know, if in case dies.
That's a threat. You kill my character, that's what you get.
The sound just gets worse with each. Okay, no, for sure, it's an all collab campaign where everyone has that you start off with the most basic name, but every time your collab dies, you have to pick a more intense sound. Oh.
Oh god, so good.
Okay.
Now we gotta go back to this.
Now we're back to this.
Whatever this
Oh,
is.
dude, I was actually crying for a second there. Oh my God.
Oh my gosh.
Alright, so Bob has snuck up behind the dude.
For
Wow,
sure,
having
1,000%.
conversation.
1,000%.
100%, yeah. Oh god.
He seems very focused on Pebble as Pebble's talking, and
I lean around him and just thumbs out to sideways to Pebbles. Just waiting.
I want to
all up to
inside check
Pebbles.
him to see if it looks like he's comfortable talking to girls.
No, you don't have to inside check
Please.
that.
please do.
Nope.
3.
He's a Casanova.
Damn, he's so suave.
His name may be Leaf, but it should be Riz.
Pebble already has.
I already have a
Riz.
Riz. He really needs to like work with him. He'd actually like figure himself out rather than doing whatever lets us.
You see, Pops. You see this young wizard, and all you can think of in your head is, "Man, I wish I was that comfortable talking to girls when I was that young."
That young, still to this day, it's impossible.
Cannot do it.
Is it him or is it just because I'm so naturally charming? Just kidding. Anyways, moving on. I got the insight on this guy.
You hear in your head, Pebbles, like it sounds like a prize-winning bell of like, yes, that's exactly why.
Shut up! Not right now. It was a joke.
And he goes, and Leaf goes, oh,
No, sorry. I'm so sorry. Please, that's not at you. I got this guy in my head. It's a long story. You know how it's like it's wizard, right? You're like wizard. You got the books and stuff. See, no, I got the guy sort of side of kind of magic, and
his eyes narrow a little bit, and he goes, oh,
hey,
so
that's
you don't have to work for what you do.
I absolutely do. And that's why I was telling my guy to shut up. Because he was saying that I was doing a good thing and I wasn't, because it was a joke. And you know what? Hey, I was really vibing with you for a second here, but I just need you to understand. I'm willing to still vibe with you, but I am no lesser than you because you can read a book. That is not implying that I can't read a book, but...
I just don't wanna.
That celebratory bell rings out in your head again when you say you can read a book. And Leaf goes, okay, sorry.
Thank you. Now.
That was me, my badness. I apologize.
I appreciate you apologizing. Now, that we're back to here. I'm good. We're good. What was the deal with the whole coin? Because, like, I think that's what was the whole protective thing.
Yeah, I had one of my professors show me how to do it, and so we made a couple together to be able to. Listen, Joel is nice and everything, but she's been a little bit of a
B word.
Sure. It's more the fact that she's kind of ripping people off. Spell. I mean, we could get we get a stipend from the school.
Sure.
And we are able to go because they don't want to supply us with everything.
Of course.
And she charges the students a lot for spell components. And and you know what? She says that she's this incredible artist, but she's a terrible teacher. I mean, I went to her class and I'm sure that you guys saw the paintings that we did recently, and you should see mine. It looks like a 2-year-old's just finger painted all over it. And she gave me no instruction. And so honestly, that was kind of the last straw. I figured, hey, if you're going to be rude to the people of the Institute, I'm only gonna help out a little bit, and I helped out a little bit.
You know, and that was probably really hard for you to do. And I totally understand. That, honestly, for the students, like, actually. But this is kind of my, like,
There's
job
a red
now.
flag just being, like, flown somewhere in the building. Sorry. Keep going.
Do you hear the beep? Anyways, a little lame miss for you. You'll learn about that later, I'm sure, in your curriculum. But
Yeah, I don't think we're there in history yet.
who knows? History repeats itself, so maybe there was a lay more miserable. I don't know. Anyway, getting back to this, I was going on a tangent there. My bad. That totally sounds. I don't like being ripped off, but this is kind of like my job, I think, now, to like kind of figure out why, because it does technically make her lose the art that's being made no matter what, and art can be art no matter what. So if she's making a loss of like stuff, you can't be sold components because she's like gonna have to be doing all the things and raise her prices because her stuff's being destroyed, you know?
Well, she should focus on one over the other. If she feels like she has to have the prices that she does,
Sure.
it's probably because she's trying to supplement her art
Sure.
versus actually doing the job that we need her to do.
Have you talked to her about it, or were we just going off of like a student rebellion sort of thing? Left a review. I left a 1-star review the other day, and I hope it's done something. Did you see it? Have you been? Don't go there. They spit in your drink. I don't remember the name, but like.
Is anybody watching Bob at this point?
I mean, Leave is like very invested.
Sandy's been looking over the whole like situation. Sorry, like unblinking, looking over the whole situation, just like in the corner from like behind one of the bookshelves. So she would see this, I think.
And yeah, for sure with Sandy's passive, like she would see Bob behind Leave, but Leave seems very, very taken with Pebble and is like focusing on Pebble throughout this conversation.
I also have a passive 19 insight. So can I tell anything about Leave in this conversation?
He seems to be very truthful in what he is saying. Like it's
he did this on purpose.
It feels very he feels very justified in what he did.
An angry student's a hard thing to. I
Bob
feel like a
takes
student's
deep
very. Sorry, you go ahead.
And
sorry, my throat.
No, you're good.
You see like blue lightning crackle down his right side.
Sally's just gonna kind of like do like the.
Yeah, Pebble like
you, Bob.
her eyes dart to the side to look at Bob, and she just is like waggles her finger a little bit, where it's like, hold up.
Which y'all have never seen Bob's lightning crackle. Before he just grew into Robert, but when you waggle the finger, the lightning kind of fades back in, and Bob just stands there.
Leave turns around at that point and like sees just this goblin and is like, "Oh, hi, can I help you with anything? Do you need me to reach a book for you?"
Ooh.
We'll see.
Oh, okay.
So have you like talked to her? Did you leave a review or like worked on that or anything? Or
we tried. That's honestly why I took the class, so that way I could see if it was worth the coin.
Okay. No, that totally makes sense to me. It did. I mean, it does also put a lot of the work here in jeopardy, I feel like, because those worm things really travel and spread pretty quick, from what I understand.
Yeah, no, we're constantly, like, pest control is one of our jobs as students. We have to like roam the books to see, and if we find any, we're supposed to get rid of them. And so I got rid of it.
Okay. Sounds like you've got a lot of like frustrated feelings. Totally understand. Totally makes sense again for the students. But
It's it's nice to be able to talk with someone who gets it a little bit.
It does, as my job though, we are supposed to kind of like investigate this and see why. Well, I get why, but like, do you know how to get rid of it? And then from there, we may be able to help supplement you guys and figure out maybe a different way to make the prices work for you, or we can talk, but maybe not with threatening like her whole business.
I mean, I just, all I did was make sure that that the protection on her place didn't work.
Got you. No, just kidding.
I mean, and he kind of narrows in a bit and goes, "Wait, you mentioned bookworms. We have them all the time here, and we try to get rid of them. And like, I have fulfilled my quota of bookworms for the week."
So you took it to her place, or you
no,
just...
we're supposed to squish and spear. That's what you do with bugs.
This one doesn't squish so easy.
This one's like,
Well,
I feel like pretty...
Spectral, big, sucks paint off, jumps in paintings.
and he goes, "Yeah, you're supposed to kill them before they get that big. Like they
See-
start like itty bitty, and then you squish it and spear them." But
Yeah, but the one that you did kind of release in there has really gotten out of hand.
she said she wanted protection.
Oh, you just made
From-
sure there wasn't any protection. You didn't plant anything.
Right, because
Okay.
I know what a bookworm could do to a library. I'm not gonna go put that in her place.
Pebble
So,
says okay and Bob leans around. Was that for me?
no. I've got another gold star for you if you keep behaving so well, though. Anyway, Pops,
I'm trying.
what do you... She kind of goes, so he's kind of screwed over student, because what student isn't? But like, I mean, it's got kind of a valid thing. He didn't plant the worm, though. I guess you were you paid to put the protection up? Because at that point, it's like, a little dicey. That
Of course, the Institute gets commissioned to do all sorts of things.
So you purposely sabotaged your own job?
Of course. When she's being that rude to us, then I'm not gonna give her my full service.
Did you take full payment?
Pebble, Bob,
I wish I
you
was.
better-
I wish I was in the
Pops.
line of work where I could do that, because I work at a hospital. So if I want to screw someone over, it kind of costs them their life. So I can't really do that. Honestly, I'm kind of jealous you can.
Well, I mean, this is good to know. I mean, unless we find out if there was a specific person that they would know that had a particular grudge with this person. I mean, I guess we could close the case here, and he could get charged with fraud and possible attempted murder. So, I think that's a.
I'm saying I was promised something.
We know. We're working on it, Bob. I promise.
Maybe we tell his teacher about
He
all
is
this?
also a student.
That doesn't affect the promise.
I know it doesn't, but we're just working on it. He's got a lot going on his plate. If anything, I could try and get you to...
Don't worry about that. This will probably be good news for expulsion and everything else. So,
Yeah.
Oh, no.
I'm gonna do something called an empathy here, and I'm gonna say maybe we shouldn't just make him ruin his whole life over this.
Or,
Maybe.
hear me out. The promise.
Yes, there is the promise. However, he did do his job wrong. And, that's his whole thing. And so, the hard thing is
It's
that
everything
because
that
you're a
some punishment,
wizard, you're
but-
supposed to be able to do the spells correct. And, that's what you're studying. And I don't know if your professors would be so in love with the idea that you did the thing wrong.
the coins were correct and working when they got there.
Did you nail it?
Yes. But they worked when they were brought on property.
But you
Yep,
knew they
found
would
it.
stop working.
Yeah, guys, because I'm not the problem here.
We understand, and we're gonna
Jola
deal with
is.
her. We will.
Okay,
I
but-
feel like there was ways you could have gone about that that didn't potentially risk them being killed, you know?
you know? And he just kind of stops. And
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
Again, you would probably know if there was someone that had an even bigger vendetta against her than you.
I mean,
Somebody
honestly,
that would be.
you're quite lucky. Sorry, I'll let you finish in a second. You're quite lucky we actually got here because if that had gone out of control and that thing killed her, you would be responsible.
Okay. I don't think you guys.
That's crazy.
Alright.
That's a crazy statement. What you just did. I know.
Oh my God.
Listen again. I'm for the students, but like just being so chill about possibly killing someone is like a little weird. Anyways, Pops, what were
mean-
you gonna say?
Don't worry about it. It's fine.
Okay.
You sure? I think you're going to say something about. Does he have any idea who might have had enough of a vendetta against her to plant a bookworm?
He just kind of shakes and like shrugs. He goes, I did what I did because it was an immediate ask, and so I prevented the immediate ask.
Well, how many of your friends are like bothered by it too, or is there like a? Is it everyone, or is it? Do you have friends? I assume you have friends. You seem like a cat.
Yeah, I kind of want to do an insight specifically on why he seems so calm at the prospect he might have killed someone, because a little bit of rudeness doesn't quantify that reaction.
Okay. You can either work with your passive or you could roll for it.
I feel like this is something that requires an active roll.
Okay.
22.
Okay. Pop over to Wataru, if you will, and Larry, will you follow?
Oh, sure thing.
Um,
Hello.
again, he did not plant the worm.
Right.
All he did was prevent any protection from happening. So
Does he not understand then that by not doing the protection, he still would be found liable for the act of her being killed?
I mean, it depends on what she got killed by. No, you're good.
So is it just him being like confident in not knowing that? Is it him? Is it him being? Sorry. Yeah, we can hear you. Is it him being confident that if she were to be killed, it wouldn't really impact him?
It was hey, I didn't put up a fence. If something were to go into the yard, it's whatever, like at that point. Like that's the vibe that
makes sense to me, because his action still nearly got someone killed. And the lack of reaction.
He did not know that until right now. He did.
Yes, why I'm surprised he's not reacting that way, because he's kind of just not doing much right now.
Right. Because all that he feels satisfied in the action that he did is and because probably did not probably did not expect something to actually go in and threaten to kill her. Like,
right.
Yeah, that's probably it. It's like, hey,
Okay.
you asked me to make a fence. I didn't make a fence. So whether a bear comes in or a bunny, it's whatever because I didn't put the fence up. Like I didn't put the fence up.
That explains things a bit more because
Yeah.
that means Sani definitely doesn't like this person right now.
There we go.
Right, you're back, and Sammy's reaction to all of this is just going to be looking to this kid, and it's just straight up going to say to his face, "You're not a very good person."
And he goes and just looks straight at you and goes, "Okay," says a stranger. Appreciate it. Do you need anything else, all of you? And just looks around and goes, I have to get back.
Absolutely do. Can I show you a trick? It's kind of magic trick.
Oh no!
Can you please roll a persuasion check for me, Bob?
And you got luck points.
Yeah.
Heck, I got 10 of them. I'll use all 7. It's a 20.
Okay, a 20. He goes.
On top of that.
You would have had to do it before the roll happened.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
And he goes, "Okay, but like this is the last thing I gotta get going. I've got studying I gotta do."
Bob takes a deep breath. 15 feet tall, crackling with lightning. Recklessly punch him in the face.
Holy
yes!
Please make an
Wow.
attack for me.
20 to hit.
Okay.
And the crackling lightning is my storm giant strike. So it's an extra d6 lightning damage. So 7
Beautiful.
damage is actually BAM!
Wow.
This frail wizard boy does not like collapse unconscious, but collapse to the ground as this crack fills the library with this sound and just the transformation of Bob into this massive Robert. I need all of you to make Constitution saving throws for me, please.
Yeah.
Just to be sure, I'm going to spend 2 luck points to make that an
Okay.
18.
Okay. That was almost so good, Tony. Yay, Pebble.
Yeah,
I
Pebble,
don't
you
think
got
I
me.
was expecting this.
Robert, Pops, and Pebble, all of you,
Huh.
as this poor wizard boy collapses to the ground and like kind of like fetal position, like covers up his head and just like starts like sobbing. The lights across the floor shoot around and the 3 of you are standing in circles of light as this crackling energy runs up and down your bodies, and you are all paralyzed for the moment. And a
Yeah.
booming voice throughout the library goes, "Get out!"
I can't move.
Yeah, we can't really
Oh, wait, he's Bob. He's Robert. I can't move.
we can't
Sani
really move
not-
right now.
not
You just
gonna
like got rid
realize
of it.
Sani
Happy
not
to
realizing
leave.
this is also referring to her. It's just kind of like meandering about, just like, oh dear, what seems to have been the problem? Who needs to get out?
The circles of light start to move with all of you as
Yeah.
you are
I will say,
like moving sidewalk, like pushed out. And as this happens, the librarian realizes that there is one that she has left behind, and you also join in with a ball of light and are.
Can I do something very quickly?
Sure.
Sani, before like that happens, is going to very quickly go up to the person crying on the ground, and will do a level 1 cure wounds on him, and will simply say, "Next time, maybe you should think about doing your job."
And
And
he goes,
then we'll happily go out
Hey?
herself.
Who are you guys? As like you're like escorted down the aisle.
Hi.
I'm Robert. Little one was Bob. And about that time, my rage would wear off because I ain't got nobody else.
Yeah, it's because you didn't hit anything.
And then Rob,
I'm Robert.
nice
And I'm
trick,
Bob.
wasn't it? It's a nice trick, wasn't it? As I'm just being escorted out.
Yeah. The little balls of light, like they're almost like plates, and just like throw you guys out of the library. To which
Like,
Paige
just to
goes
the library, or all the way out of the entire institute?
just out of the library.
Bob has no regrets, for the record. He's completely fine with everything that just
But
happened.
as we land, Sandy is going to say to you, you know what? That's the right thing to do. He was kind of a jerk.
I mean,
I
yes,
just thought I wasn't gonna get the chance.
but also.
You know, technically I could have stopped you, but I mean, me failing to stop you, that doesn't really do anything. It was you that punched him using his own logic.
Pebble, you were saying something.
So I guess we figured that out. Do we want to report him?
I mean, well, we should
Yeah.
probably go ahead and let someone know about that, because it could be a problem. But we still need to find out who was the person that actually released that creature.
Yeah.
That's very true. I mean, personally, I think we do report him. I would hesitate if he actually felt bad about doing it, but he seemed more like proud
no.
of himself for what he did.
Yo,
which,
absolutely. He had no
Yeah,
regrets.
Well,
He had no
bad
regrets.
taste.
Sam, out of
Absolutely.
character.
Yeah.
Do we think that was something that was planted, or are bookworms just common and that one just kind of grew out of?
It seems weird for a, like, usually bookworms, especially based off of the rolls that you guys did the other day, like, it makes sense for a bookworms to be in a library, because they are weird creatures that kind of are created spontaneously if there's enough information around. A small art studio seems not quite enough to promote that, so probably more than likely was planted.
Yeah. I'll talk to a professor, but I can just go do a side, unless you feel like the conversation needs to happen, or would you prefer me to do that after we figure the whole thing out? Pops or anyone.
Well, I was going to message Paige.
Oh yeah. That works
So-
too. You nerds, you.
So I will page Paige.
Okay.
And just be like, well, we are done with our conversation, but there is some things that I do need to discuss with you before we exit the building.
And you get the reply of, oh, perfect. I guess I'll come and escort you out. And coming from the main hallway that you guys had entered in, you see her like just scuttling over, and goes, okay. Any other places that I can take you to? Did you find him? Were you able to have your conversation?
Yes, and he did admit to doing it bad on purpose.
Oh,
and
okay.
So since she did pay for it to be done, we might need to send somebody else out there to do it properly,
Okay.
to at
Yeah,
least make
for
it
sure.
up to her for her inconveniences. She did lose some art in the process.
Yeah.
The only thing we really found out is that he was angry at the fact that she sells her stuff at a very premium price.
And Paige goes, oh, I mean, yeah, it's kind of water cooler talk around here, but yeah, Jola, she kind of has a little bit of a monopoly, and so sometimes she's really sweet to some of the students, and then sometimes she's like you could get a deal on fly wings one day, and then you go the next day and they're like 3 times the price, but for like no reason at all. So like actually because like I'm an apprentice, my like older, what would you, we just call them
upperclassmen.
Yeah, like we call them teacher just out of respect and that sort of thing, but like
Senpai?
they and
Nani?
dang it.
No, that's your character. That's, by the way, that's your character's name for the sound.
Perfect.
Nani?
Nani?
Oh, no. Nani?
Oh, do that one and then Nani.
Nani?
Fucking monkey being surprised in anime.
Oh, please play the
Oh,
the
wow, yes,
the monkeys
yes.
that they have at like the monkey parks in Japan.
Well, yeah, but there's the monkey people in the Daggerheart system.
Yeah.
I'm actually gonna play the sauna, the hot spring monkeys.
Yeah, nice.
I feel like they would be very Nani?
Ridiculous. It's beautiful.
Go
Go ahead.
He was also very upset that he doesn't feel like she teaches very well. Is she a professor or upper something here?
Oh no, she teaches
Or just like
classes
her
at
own class?
Yeah, she teaches like
Gotcha.
her art studio classes, and it's a newer thing. So I guess that's the other. And you can kind of see like Paige even like kind of gets it.
Interesting.
I mean,
Bob learned something really cool.
What did
Oh,
you
you
learn?
did?
Bob?
Yeah.
Bob learned that there's lights that will carry you out of the library.
Ooh.
a amount of panic just like head like Paige is like has like a lot of color to her face and everything, like blush, and like just immediately like everything pales and goes, "You guys got kicked out of the library?"
Not against me, but I was
I mean-
escorted out by the light. It was really cool.
Don't
Oh.
worry, I made sure the person was not injured. Much.
I
No,
didn't.
that's not the point. You guys got kicked out of the library.
Yeah, it wasn't like
He kind of deserved it though.
ideal, but
also,
I only hit him once.
I do want to point this out. I mean, this could be something that could do you a lot of good in this situation. Is that you are all here, a bunch of wizards, some of high standard, some that are learning their ways. There is a very neat spell called like locate object, right? And then you could all cast that and find your spell components very easily that way, getting rid of the monopoly that she has, and then you could sell it at a decent price.
And like Paige kind of thinks about it and goes, "Okay, yeah, I think we could do that for some of them."
don't you have
I
like
mean,
a
I've-
student store, bookstore? Like I feel like a merch. Some places have merch that you could maybe like tag along
Just
in there.
Diana Institute U.
Yeah. We walk out with a couple of shirts.
SI.
And hats and little
Foam
like,
fingers.
I got one of the hat that I could put 2 beer cans on with the little straws to it.
I've got like the full sweatsuit
Bob
and then like the
Yeah.
temporary tattoos.
You put them all over Bob's head next to his gold star.
Ah,
And Paige goes, no, we don't really have that. I mean, they kind of supply everything for us here. I've heard. I mean, the
Then why do you have to
Codfather.
lie?
Just for practice of. I mean, we're not always going to be in a place where we can always be provided for, so they offer to take care of some things, and so that way we can get practice and find, because I mean sometimes like Jola doesn't even always have all the stuff that we need. Sometimes she has to like either order stuff in or we have to go find it. So that's actually a part of the wizard training, is you join up with a group and you go off and do something, and often we're trying to like look for components or do things for things, just so that way we can learn how to be good wizards and clerics and casters.
Yeah.
Well,
We've missed out on the good lessons.
in all seriousness, though, have you heard of anyone that has been extra salty about what is going on over there? I know you said it's this water cooler talk, but we still have to find somebody placed a rather big bookworm there.
Honestly, I mean, I don't know. I think it would be really impressive if a bookworm was there. Just because like you said a big bookworm, so it must have been there for a second.
It was thick.
See, I don't think so,
Two C's.
actually. I don't think so, actually. If a bookworm of that size, like, if a bookworm was there, I think she would have spotted it already. I think, if anything, the bookworm was already growing when someone tried to bring it there.
I'm yeah, sure, but
She does
we
have a lot
have
of
them in-
materials for it to eat, so like I wouldn't be surprised if it was little and grew really fast.
that's why we have to find them as quick as we do. We do rounds for bookworms every single night before bed.
Unfortunately, that is why I'm getting the feeling that somebody probably dropped something off that had a bookworm in it.
Okay. Oh, this is all a lot. Do you want to talk to the headmaster? Because this sounds like something that's I mean, if the institute is being blamed for something, then we should probably stay on top of it.
Let the headmaster know that we will need to talk to him soon, but we do have some other things that we need to hurry up and get to as quickly as possible. But let him know. Actually, if you could just message me like in a time that he would be free.
Oh, okay. Yes, we can do that. It's been a little bit since we've had auditors around, but we know how at least he knows how process works. So.
Okay. Well, you could just let him know that Pops was by.
And Pebble.
And Bob. Bob came too.
Sunny, hi.
Okay. Yeah, for sure. I'll let the headmaster know.
And I can bring you pocket gravy when I come back.
Oh, would you?
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, I forgot to ask this. What's your blood type?
No.
No.
That was my response too.
Okay.
Just saying no is the best response to that ever.
She's NO positive.
We're hearing a lot of people with a no blood type recently.
It's a new type.
It's a very common blood type in Alcombe. That's why we stick around. It's really hard to find donors.
Well, I do want to, when we leave here, I want to head back to the Painted Pixie.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm done here.
Paige waves you all off and immediately turns around and closes the door, and you guys can hear her running away from the main front.
As we're
So you
walking
guys
away,
choose
I give
Yeah.
I give Bob a fist bump.
Excuse you.
Bob
I
leans over. You like the lightning?
He was great.
It was shocking at first, but it was very nice.
and Pebble's sitting there like, excuse you. I did a lot of talking to a bunch of nerds.
You
I
did a
mean-
great
You
job.
You did great.
Hold-
you were, honestly,
holding
you were
their
way
fist
too
up.
crazy.
I mean,
You were way too. Go on.
I was going to say you literally pretty much was able to just talk to him and get him to confess to everything. So, very good work.
You did great. Honestly, you are way too pretty to be hanging around with people like that
Oh,
anyway.
thank you. Thank you.
I'm a little offended by that, but that is okay.
I'm
It's alright.
Pops, you are leaving me hanging.
You got the fist bump out.
I've got
Literally-
the.
Yes, but again, you're going to have to lower it because I'm not jumping for it.
Oh, are we doing fist bumps? Sandy also wants one.
As soon as you lower it, then he fist bumps you.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. My bad. I was just walking forward. You just got such a big heart, big soul. I thought you were up here anyway.
I was just wondering why you were walking with your hand out in front of you. Like,
Stick shift.
yeah, just making Fast and the Furious noises.
Tokyo Drift plays as we fade out.
Amazing.
I wish that wasn't copyrighted.
Oh, especially around that final corner as you guys go to the painted pixie, you guys
Yep.
could just hear some dun 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 as you.
That's we
If
show
you
up.
still had the like light stands, imagine how cool that would be going down the street with those.
That's gonna be my character's name is Skirt.
My character's
Are
name's
we-
with them,
are we
and he
sh-
only talks in puns.
Are we sure we're not gonna be like the onomatopoeians?
There you go.
I mean, now we are because the entire concept of the game has changed.
We're the noise police.
Noise canceling.
Oh man, silence is going to be such a great spell for whenever that happens.
Our team is Silencio.
Wait, it's just that one character. There's one character just of mine who suddenly has all the importance in the world in the silence spell.
Oh, his name. He doesn't even make it. You have to do like the little thing, and it's just construction
It's like my
noises.
name. Yes, it's like hello. My name is.
And at some point, you guys figure out what the name is, and magically the mime can talk.
You broke the curse.
Guys, have
I've
we
been
been in
waiting
TVs
so
this whole
long.
time?
Doing charades the entire time. Yeah.
Oh my god, that's so much better than somebody doing like the memory loss backstory or whatever. It's just I can't talk until someone figures out my real name.
So we're playing Ariel.
Yep. Show up to the door. Knock on the door.
Yep, for the painted pixie.
I just run and cannonball and just front flip into it.
Quick,
And it's
yeah,
like,
distract
whoa,
them.
Pops!
Imagine you all rush in, Stanley just like calmly walks up behind you.
This is the Duragar knock.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's very oh my gosh, the rock people from Zelda. Why am I
Gorons?
Gorons? Thank you. I went to say Gorgon, and I was like, that's so not right. As you enter into the painted pixie, very in a rush and in a Hayat karate chop through the door. Jola is there tending her shop. It seems like she is with a customer at the moment. She goes, "Oh, hi y'all. Just come on in and I'll take care of you. So just come and 1 second." And she
Okay.
continues to work with the person that she's working with. Seems to be a woman that is like covered in like riding leathers and has like a series of like pockets like on her belt and everything. Like even in this like apothecary like shop, she is like very much so emitting the smell of like horses and hay and that sort of thing. And they chat for a second, and you hear the horse flavored figure. Wow, that's so not the word I wanted to use.
Horsey person.
Oh, the horsey person.
That's the official name.
Horsey equestrian type, whatever. Say to Jola, thanks so much.
Non-centaur horsey person.
Not non-centaur. Yeah, bipedal
Cowboy.
single cowboy horsey person. Just to give clarification to the specificity.
You know,
of the
I
horse
was
person.
really lost until you said it. So
Okay, good. It was it the bipedalness? Was that
yeah,
the thing that like
yeah, it
helped?
was really
Okay,
getting
sweet.
me. Is it
and
4?
she-
Is it 2? Where are we?
Why is that person tripedal? That's weird.
Is that a wheel?
You can put the horse before the cart. As she waves off to Jola, you see that she collects like what looks like a series of like salves and bottles and everything, and kind of like pushes past you all and says howdy, and like makes her way through the door. And
Oh my god, fun.
Jola comes over and goes, "Okay, sorry about that. How can I help y'all?"
Bob has touched everything.
Oh goodness.
God.
I will just look at Pebble and be like, okay, here's the thing. I need you to give her the rundown of what we have found so far, but I need to look around here, and see if maybe there was something that I missed, like possibly a book that doesn't belong here.
Yeah, I got you. So, girl, listen. And she...
Okay,
That intro.
This is gonna be great. But before that, really quickly, hey Bob, can I have you roll a Constitution saving throw for me?
Oh, God.
You're gonna die
I'm
today.
getting poisoned.
Let's go.
You called chlamydia. Good job.
Jeez.
15.
15. There is at least one point where you go to grab touch it looks like a bushel of herbs, like it's just a wrap of herbs, and as you like go to reach out for it, as your hand approaches, you see that the needles on these leaves actually like lengthen to like meet your hand, and you go, oh, okay, and like you're able to like back up before anything, even just by pure proximity to this bunch of leaves. Your hand kind of gets a little bit itchy, and yep, that's about it. And you have a very very itchy hand, and the more that you scratch it, the worse it gets. And if you try to wash it off, like both of your hands just start to itch, and it starts to like go across all your hands and starts to very very slowly creep up to the rest of your arms, but it's very very slow, especially with a 15. You didn't get the full potency of what this stinging nettle can do.
Wait, while Pebble's talking to her, y'all see Bob sit down and just start like rubbing his hands against the floor like he's trying to start a fire.
That goes on for about, I'd say, like 3-4 minutes before it finally dissipates and goes away for you, Bob.
Bob's got very raw hands at the end of it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Actually, you take
yeah.
3 points of damage.
Yeah.
Oh no.
And he's
Of-
unconscious.
Yeah.
And I'm down.
Yeah.
Roll
Basically,
a
of
new
like
character.
Yahoy shows up.
Goblin the Boblin.
Yoy!
And Pops, you rolling in for investigation?
Yeah, I'm gonna roll an investigation.
Right.
So yeah, again, I'm looking for something that could have brought the bookworm in, like a
Okay.
book or something that, or even maybe a piece of art, maybe that
Yeah, for
doesn't
sure.
belong. Okay. I'm just gonna use that portent dice that I got there. That 17.
Yeah, for sure.
So that makes it a 26 investigation.
Oh man.
Also, I'm gonna use 4 luck points to make it a 30 because
Of course,
it's
because you
it's funny.
Why
can.
not?
Because it's funny.
Hey, Pops, go to Mataro.
Okay.
I won't. I just
boy.
want the stream to know that last time I did go into the call, I muted myself on stream, but I was going la 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 just while Tammy
I
was
know,
trying
I was,
to like figure it out, like trying to explain everything. So this time I'll do it right. Okay.
There we go. I was waiting for a 30 because you rolled a 30. We're going to
Without rolling.
without rolling. You see into the universe of this place. One thing that immediately stands out, especially as Jola is talking with Pebble, you take a very quick peek around her desk, on like her main counter space, and there's a series of like receipts, paperwork, and that sort of thing, and you see that behind her main desk there is a smaller desk that has like some apothecary things, bottles and vials and that sort of thing, and there is a couple of books on the desk, and it looks like one of them is faced away, so that way the title cannot be read. But as you like kind of peek at it and like very quickly like kind of like turn it, and especially where like you're a dwarf, you're able to kind of like duck behind the counter and that sort of thing, you see that it is a list of herbs and vines of the northern province, and it has the same like book cover that a lot of the books that you saw in the Stiana Institute had. Everything else in here looks like it has been loved and used and abused and potentially is hers. This one looks like it potentially could have been translated, and working with spell books, there's a lot of transcription of like, hey, if someone doesn't know a language or whatever, this potentially could be one of those transcriptions from some other language to common, or that sort of thing. But this book in particular looks like it was a Stiana Institute book, and it looks like it is placed with all of her stuff very actively, and this feels very intentional that spine is faced away so that someone could not see it.
So I'll grab it
Okay.
and take it downstairs.
Okay.
But I will, as I'm going down, I do want to flip through it and see
Okay.
if anything looks weird in it.
It looks super weird. It looks like there was the tiniest. It looks like someone took an eraser and like started scribbling across the pages. And as the pages keep going, that eraser looks like it's getting bigger and bigger. By the end of the book, it's only like maybe like 2-3 inches like over. So like it's literally taking like words off at a time versus like a single letter or that sort of thing, or parts of a letter. But that looks like that is what's kind of as you flip through the book, it looks like whatever is doing this gets worse as the book goes on.
Okay. And I'm looking at it right now. Whatever was in here looks like it's out of it now.
Yeah, there does not seem to be any active thing in here.
Okay, cool. Then yeah, I will take that downstairs to her.
Okay, sweet.
Now, what did I tell you about this, Bob?
You come downstairs, Pops, and you just see that like Sandy is just like wrapping Bob's hands in like wrapped
Bandages,
salve and- yeah.
Sorry to interrupt, but real quickly, and I hold up the book and I go, I'm guessing this is not your book?
And Jola looks to you and goes, "No, that's I rented that from the Institute. That's actually one of the books that I went to go find when I needed to talk with them about putting protection around my place."
Did someone suggest this book to you?
No, it's one that I often I used to have a copy, but I used it so much that it fell out of disrepair. So when I found out that they had a copy, I happily went and borrowed it. This isn't my first time borrowing it either, so
Do you know who prepared it? Like, got it for you?
oh, I got it myself. I know I'm welcome at the Siena Institute enough that especially because so many students come here, that like I went and like I can go and rent books. The librarian's very, very nice up there. We're on very good terms, me and her.
Huh.
Did
Do
you
you-
know that the library will escort you out with lights?
Of course, if you are misbehaving in the library, like we're
Yes, we just saw someone cause a ruckus, but don't
Yeah,
worry,
it
they
was-
got
it
sorted
was
out very quickly.
Crazy.
I didn't misbehave. I did what I said I was gonna do.
and she goes, and that's probably why you have that gold star on your forehead.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
for sure.
But
As I need to get.
But real quick, do you said you rent this book out regularly?
Yeah, of course. It's one that, like I said, where my copy literally fell apart because I used it so much. I'm waiting on a new copy to get to me. So in the meantime, they had one, and so I've been renting it out.
So I open the book to her and show her the pages.
And she goes, "I know, right? Isn't that awful?" And that's actually why I reached out for the bookworm protection, because the last thing that I needed is for there to be like a problem in my own shop.
So how long is this book look like this?
I mean, I didn't really notice it at first, but it's looked like that I mean, I honestly was holding on to it because I felt a little bit bad that it was damaged. So I was just trying to work with what I had. I was supposed to return it like tomorrow, but it's gonna be hard to like explain and be like, "Hey, you guys gave me a damaged book, but it's okay," because I know enough in it to be able to follow, but I'm not gonna lie, it hasn't been easy.
The problem is that last night when we were here, we were attacked by a giant bookworm.
It was huge.
Which is why I called you all here, because there's something that was eating my art and I needed help with it.
Yes, and we took care of it. We destroyed it.
I think.
We sure did.
And but on top of that, we did find out that Leave did in fact do a bad job on purpose because he was mad that you were overcharging him.
No, yeah, I told her.
Okay.
Don't you worry.
And she goes and she goes, looks to Pebble and goes, "Yeah, no, I told her some of those students are just entitled, okay? Some of them just expect to come here and get every little thing. They want to clean out my shop every single time they come over here, and it's just I have to do business to other people too. If the school wants to use me as their main source of material, then they need to put a contract with me or something. But honestly, like, this is not fair to me either. And the fact that Leave did this on purpose just makes the case even worse that they're screwing me over.
And that's what I totally agree. And like, you know, we talked about maybe contacting the school and maybe working out an actual arrangement, maybe student discount sort of thing. Like, we're good. Like, we're gonna figure out that side of things. Don't you worry. I'm for the shops.
For the shops. She's for the shops.
For the students. For the shops.
I'm for everyone.
Not like for the streets.
That's
Not
why
yet.
she's so good at Tokyo Drift.
Yeah. Okay, well, so I did talk to them, and hopefully they are going to be sending out a wizard here that could put it for free or fix it because you have already paid for it, and hopefully they will send somebody out to put up a right rune for you. And we have killed the bookworm here. Is there anything else that we can help you with?
I mean, just to save the relationship that I have with them, I think that I'm very grateful. I'm very grateful for all the work that you all did, and I'm very grateful for the fact that you guys have fixed this for me. However, I think that the Institute owes me a little bit more. This could have cost me so much more than it did if I hadn't reached out to the auditors. I could have been seriously hurt. And I feel like the Institute should and I'm just saying, I feel like I should be compensated a little bit more than just a pat on the back, let's correct the job that you guys said you were going to do in the first place.
Oh no, I do agree. I do have a possible meeting with the headmaster, and I will let him know that he needs to come and speak to you personally, because I do agree it is your shop. You get to determine the prices of your shop. If they don't like it, they can go look for it themselves.
Thank you.
If it makes you feel any better, he did get punched in the face.
Yeah, we did.
Yes. See, and this is why I seek out the auditors, because I know that you all do such good work. So,
because you know we're gonna punch a guy in the face.
It could be, I know that the lights will help you out of the library.
The auditors, if there's one thing we know, we put a stamp at the end of every quest.
Yeah. Done.
Bob has an eye as a ring, and so every punch is.
Oh yes. When we get back, I will make sure that we get that commissioned for you. Just
Pops, you hear care in your head. It's already there.
perfect. Okay. Never mind. When you get back in your room, there should be a ring with the symbol on it. It will be perfect.
This is gonna be great.
And Jola goes, you know what? I'm looking forward to talking with the headmaster, because, I mean, like I said, if they want to use my services, I feel like I should be under contract instead of just this higgledy-piggledy whatever people, like, I don't know how to prep for their stores.
For sure.
And so...
You don't know the curriculum.
I think that's fair.
Absolutely. And maybe we'll talk about your own curriculum of, like, teaching, too. Just for fun. That's not a dig, I promise, girly.
Are you saying do you want to take a class? Because we can do that. I'll charge for your first one because of all the work that you all did.
Thank you. Can I roll a deception check to see how well I can convince her that I want to do this, even though Pebble does not?
For sure.
I
Wait,
want to do it, so she's
I was gonna say,
excited for this.
you don't want to draw like a bowl of fruit?
No.
I want to paint a pocket gravy.
I don't know much about painting, but I'd be happy to learn.
All of Bob's paintings just look like Salvador Dali, like the stretched watch and the pocket gravy.
Okay,
Just
I did get an
scrambled eggs
18,
on
so phew. She's like, yeah, that's great. That'd be so. Yeah.
And like, especially with like Sanny having the vibe of, yeah, I'll totally do that, and with you being like, yeah, I'll totally do that. Like,
totally do that.
Jola is all over this, and she's just like, oh, please come back. How about this? After the headmaster and we get that all squared away, and I get the protections back up just in case. We'll make sure that I'll bring you all back, and we'll do some beautiful paintwork. I have a fantastic piece that you all can copy.
Just copy. Okay.
Finger guns as I slowly walk out the room.
And she goes, yeah, you have to start somewhere. You have to.
Yep.
It will be step by step.
Great.
Like almost paint by colors. And
as she was saying, Pebble's just going, yeah, cool, bye, as she's walking out.
Everyone slowly back.
Yeah.
Sanny will do her trademark, like she actually kind of like skips to the door and does a little trademark wave and
just like,
bye.
just opens it and goes. Beautiful. Where to next, friends?
Okay, well, I guess the Howling Hound.
What's at the Howling Hound? Remind me.
Ooh.
It was another mission.
It was another job.
Oh.
Because I don't know what else to do here.
Other than doing a business deal between the headmaster and her, I think we could just.
I'm not doing that. I'll set up an appointment for. I'll set them up an appointment for them to talk to each other.
Yeah, I'll be like the middleman. We can just like set that up later. I'll work with them. Kara, can you?
Okay.
Kara, are you? Hello? She's
Just
like
screaming
looking
out
up.
for care.
She's looking up at her eyebrows like.
In your head, you hear, yes.
Are you able to? Do you know if there's a scheduling sort of thing that you're able to do with them, or I know Pops kind of talked about it, but I guess do you have that capability, or should I like reach out to them?
I reach out to you all, and
Yeah,
that's
girly.
the most important. That's the most important thing. So if there's more that needs to be done, I can't facilitate a scheduling appointment outside of you all. So
Okay,
you might have to
that's
do
that's
just
all I need. Hey,
a little
I'm
bit more
fine.
leg muscle.
I'm fine doing that. I just wanted if we were gonna keep
Beautiful.
working on the next part, but like also,
I mean,
maybe we can like. Anyway, we'll talk about it later.
of course.
Bye.
I will ask Care. This whole last few days have been a bit of a runaround. Real quickly, what were they needing at the Howling Hound?
There was a particular gentleman that has been making some major complaints about another patron there. And he kind of goes, so, I mean, from what I have gleaned, that it maybe still be going on. You're welcome to check it out. But I mean, if you all feel like you're good and done, please come back and we can accept whatever reward you all could possibly get if the mission is actually complete.
That phrasing.
I
Yeah,
like that phrasing.
I mean, to me, I am done with this mission.
To the
Beautiful.
auditor's
And
house.
then come back and then I will pay your fee.
Yeah, the only other thing is to literally set up appointment with them. So I mean,
Let's just go get our payment and then go to the Howling Hound.
okay.
Decision
Re-
made.
Real quick, just
Executive.
wait. I message Paige.
Okay.
I go, hey, about that talking to the headmaster. The owner of the Painted Pixie would like to talk to the headmaster. Just let them know that they need to come to an arrangement for damages and whatnot.
I'm checking one thing real quick. The range for a message is 120 feet.
Let me see.
So do you have sending?
Yeah, hold on. Let me check. I don't know.
I can write him a letter too.
Bob's got this.
and take it.
Lady.
Have a turtle take it.
No, I actually do have Find Familiar.
That is not the
Okay.
same spell that Jeremy said. That's
No. What I was saying is I could Find Familiar and just send
And then go,
Oh,
and then
finch.
yeah.
Sorry.
and send a letter to them. But honestly, I only need to be like within 100 feet, so I'll just walk towards the the outside of the institute because I can't be bothered.
Okay.
This is me showing my wizard side.
Yeah. As you're on the outside and you go to message page, and you say, "Hey," what you said, you hear her go, "Oh, okay. Great. Beautiful. Okay."
I message her back and go, "I understand."
And it is about at that point that you hear that the doors of the institute fly open in front of you all, and you see Paige is running behind a taller wizard, and he has a very illustrious dark robe, and and you hear him mutter under his breath as he starts to walk past you all.
Oh, I just wave and be like, good luck.
And he stops when you wave, and he goes, you attacked my student."
Did we?
Didn't maybe. It
Um,
was this really big guy,
kind of.
like 15 feet tall, huge
I
guy.
I don't seem to recall something like that happening. Did he have any injuries on him?
Yes.
He wouldn't, because Sally healed him.
and goes, "Emotional ones still happen." And
Really? Because do you have any proof something even happened?
yes, I do. Hang on. And he just and you see him
No.
clap. Go ahead.
No, you can do your magic if you want to. Listen, your person should probably be expelled for what he did, so I don't really care that he got punched in the face.
Yeah.
Oh,
hey.
That's fine. And you this
Yes?
this tall wizard takes a deep breath and goes, "Please come in for just a moment." And Paige goes,
We're never
I-
gonna
I
get to
can
the
have
auditor's
this.
base. We can't
Listen,
just leave it.
Yep. No, listen. Understand this. We were tasked by the Painted Pixie owner to find out what happened and where this came from. We have figured that part out. The only thing left is you two need to probably maybe fist fight each other and figure out, a proper way of dealing with whatever this is.
I was actually
And he-
gonna reach out to you and kind of help because I've been in the middle of it. I've heard both sides. I was help when I would love to help.
And she is for the students.
I'm for the students
staff.
and the stores. I'm here for and the shops. I'm just here.
Students and the shops.
and
And right now she's here on the streets.
I am here on the streets for the students in the shops.
and the wizard goes, "Okay,
It's all
If
a big
you've heard-
misunderstanding.
if you have heard both sides, And if you are heading back to the auditors, let me walk with you, and because I was about to seek out care on my own. So if
Yeah, I got
Okay.
you. So here, listen. And she delves into it. Or do you want me to? I could try.
if we will pick that up
Okay.
next time.
Oh,
Nope,
boy.
right
As-
now. Nope, right
we got
now. We got time.
Okay.
Chat saying encore, encore.
Encore.
Pebble core.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Pebblecore.
Okay.
Encore.
Please.
No.
Oh, there we go.
Like,
No.
yes.
All right,
That
everyone.
totally wasn't me.
like the Olaf version of all of the Disney movies. Pebble, please give a rundown of what you feel is going on.
We open
Bob sits down.
at the painting pony or something like that. Oh no! All of a sudden, they're my books. I'm gonna go to the students and help them and get them. And I'm gonna go. Oh, look, my favorite book, I guess. And she takes the book and she goes, "Oh my god, wow!" And then all of a sudden, she's like, "Oh no, my books might be getting eaten. Oh, and my art, not the art." And so she goes, "Hey, Stiana Institute, you got your wizards and guys, right?" And you're like, "Yeah, totally do. Let me hook you up with this guy, Leave." And this guy, Leave, was like, "Oh my god, I hate this lady. She runs up my prices and everything." It's like, "Oh my god, wow." So you know what I'm gonna do? Dramatic. I'm gonna get her. I'm gonna get her because I'm gonna trick her so good. You know what I'm really gonna do is not do my job right. And he's like, "Oh my gosh," which is like so silly because it's like he's a student. What is he supposed to do with it? You know? So he gets paid for the job by doing a protection rune and putting a nail through it, which is like so stupid for a wizard to do. So, anyways, this lady finds a big worm in her house. Feels like it, I'm sure. And she's like, "Oh, this guy totally screwed me over." And it's like, absolutely, totally did. And so we went and she commissioned us, I guess, being like, "Oh my god, this worm." Like, I feel like this was a total setup, which it totally was. So, anyways, she gets us to go to talk to him, and he's like, "Oh my god, I'm totally in the right about this." And it's like, "No, you're not." But anyway, we have our little friend over here who's like really obsessed with hitting things. So by the end of it, like, it was kind of clear that he really wasn't thinking that he was in the wrong, and like we were trying to work through it, and it didn't work. So our little friend turned big, and he hit him, and then we went back, and it was like totally everyone's just frustrated with each other because she thinks that you guys need to have a contract rather than just like eating up all of our components that she gets. So
Applause,
you can't hear it. I'm gonna say you can't hear it, but I am clapping. Just got noise
Okay,
suppression.
so take a bow. You
Dude,
deserve it.
that was beautiful, Pebble, and Larry by default.
Applause.
I have been paying attention this whole time.
Good job.
I wish I could clap, but I'm on press to talk. It's really hard to do both.
just sign it and just spirit fingers, basically. The headmaster of the Stiana Institute looks to you, Pebble, as you enter into the auditors and goes, "Listen, I've already talked, we've already worked out what we are going to do with Leave. He was paid to do a job. He is now on very, very thin ice. He is on
Leave.
no. Wow. What is the why can I
He's
not
suspended.
think of words today?
He's on sabbatical.
Probation.
Probation, thank you.
Academical probation.
Yeah, academical probation.
He's in the timeout corner.
Yeah. He will no longer be able to participate in the typical recreational things. Also, he has will be monitored the entire time that he is on going to and from classes to make sure, and he is not allowed to participate in any extra classes or jobs like what we did for the Painted Pixie.
Oh, he also was like totally okay with killing her. Just by the way, forgot to say that.
Oh,
He was like,
no, we totally said like that could have killed her, and he just did not care.
yeah, he was like, yeah, maybe she deserves it.
You might want to schedule like a therapist or something for him.
That would be cool.
He probably needs.
We
it.
love
That
therapy.
might have been the point. He might have got punched.
Yeah.
Hypothetically.
Here's the thing, though. I pride myself of making sure that we do not let bookworms get out of our library. We have a very strict and regimented pest control system. How that bookworm got to her, I do not know. So, I will happily stand up for my own students when something has gone wrong. And if it is not their fault, if it is their fault, then of course we are going to punish them, because those are the natural consequences of life. However, we do not let those things out of our sight. If we see them, we get rid of them. So the fact that she has one, or had, of course, because you did say that you all did properly dispose of.
Oh, wait, did she say when she got that book? Like recently?
Yeah, I did ask her like how long ago it was she got it, but I can't remember.
She got it a couple of days before, and so she was supposed to be
Okay.
She's supposed to be returning it within the next day or two.
You're an expert on bookworms, right? How big can they grow in this amount of time that I can't like quantify in a
Yeah.
sentence?
And he goes, the reason why we try to find them as quickly as possible is because they can grow rapidly within a series of days. So what damage they could do to a book on day one could be a whole dictionary, like, just gone by day 3 or 4. So that's why we rogue our classrooms and we rogue our library every single day to try to make sure that we are catching those things when they are as small as possible.
So what I'm hearing is that we're not done here.
No, we are done with our mission. But if you would like to hire us to find out how that bookworm got out, that also can be worked out.
That's so funny.
I would need permission back in the library.
Yes, that will be part of it.
Yeah.
We will need to be able to get back into the
And we
library.
promise no punching anyone this time in the library.
Wee-hoo!
Gold star. Gold star.
We need access to
Bob.
punch people in the library.
Bob,
It's part
gold
of our
star
mission.
for no punching anymore in the library. I'll give you a gold star.
The
Too.
Sally's gonna whisper to Bob, in the library. That means you can punch people outside of it.
Yeah, it's just the inside the library.
the headmaster, as you are all now in the auditors, goes, Care, I have a job for him. And you hear Care go, and you hear Care go, perfect. And that's where we're gonna pick up next week.
Oh, but
Ah.
guys, this was my last job. I was retiring after this one.
No, you're not, Pops.
It's a never-ending
You
job. So
literally
you can never
invited
retire.
him to hire us, so I don't know what to.
I was hiring my replacements.
Oh god, who would you even give it to? Probably
Bob.
Pebbles, right?
No,
Yeah,
it's Bob.
Gives it Bob.
Bob's in charge.
No,
Okay.
I'm hiring all 3 of y'all to take my one job.
That's how we
Even though
create
we do
work.
Pops
Even
just
though
goes,
we only do half of it.
yeah. Pops just goes into his magical room and just like crosses his arms and falls asleep.
Forever. No, I'm just kidding.
That's not in
Lawyer.
canon. That's not the lore.
Fuck the lore.
The session ended, and then we talked about things. So it is not. It is not.
This is not a
canonical.
canon event.
On that note, then, thanks everybody for joining along with us in this just absolute insanity of a episode. So thank you so much.
It felt pretty
we'll be-
normal to me.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm very impressed that we got as much as we did done, which is
Woo-woo.
always the goal. And so, Auditors will be back in 2 weeks, and feel free to join us on the 19th, this Saturday, for a tavern talk for the Saturday game. If anyone on the Auditors would like to join in on the Saturday stream as well, just to talk D&D and how the games are going, feel free to. Tony is going to be manning and being tavern keep for that. And then, so this group will be back on Monday the 28th, but hope you guys have a wonderful night.
Woo!
Good night.
Ditto!